Hi, I'm Jamie and you're watching The Finer Things in Literary. Today I'm going to review some books that I've been reading for the last couple of weeks. And yeah, so let's get started. So the first book I'm going to review is The Vanishing Girls. I have heard a lot of good things about this book. Like, I've just read some good reviews. So when the book came out, I was like, alright, cool, I'll read it, whatever. I definitely did judge the book by its cover because I am a sucker for gorgeous covers. Like, I'm just one of those people that I know it's not good. I know a lot of people say like that's not good, but whatever. So pretty much the book is about two sisters, Nick and Dora, who this takes place after they had an accident where Nick was the driver and Dora was the passenger. And Dora pretty much gets scars on her face. So Dora has always been known as the gorgeous sister. So after the accident, Dora's a little bit insecure about the scars that she gets, and she kind of hides out because of it. Well, throughout the book, you're kind of like, how they're coping, how everything happens, and it goes back and forth in time where it's kind of like where you're watching their relationship deteriorate to what it is now. At the end, there is a major plot twist. I'm not gonna give it away, but it's good. It's definitely worth the read. Definitely why it only took me 5 hours to read this book, because you'll see. I am, as far as judging the book by its cover, yes. If just get the book. It's good. It's a good book. It's definitely worth the read. It's definitely worth, getting only 2 hours of sleep before work. Totally worth it. I'm just saying. As far as like the writing goes, it was pretty decent. I'm not gonna say it's like amazing and oh my god, it should win a book reward, but I do like the theme, and I do like it flowed well. It flowed really well. There were plot twists, but not too many. It wasn't like overwhelming to where you're like, oh my god, what the hell is going on? It was simple enough. It was good. So definitely a book that I would recommend to anyone. It's just a good book, like just whatever. So the second book is Saint Anything by Sarah Dessen, who is literally my favorite author, who will always be on auto buy. She can do no wrong. Every single one of her books that she has put out has just been amazing. She's just a badass. Like, she just writes badass books. Like, she's good. She's really good. Saint Anything is kind of, all of her characters seem to have a flaw about them, which is they all live under the shadow of someone. Every single one of her books involves them living in a shadow. This is no different. This is about a girl named Sydney who is suffering under the shadow of her brother, Peyton. I think that's his name. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. See, I have good memory. So it's definitely about her living under the shadow of Peyton, her brother, he's a troublemaker, and he kind of, she's kind of spent her whole entire life cleaning up his mess and trying to be the perfect child. Well, this time Peyton ends up landing himself in a serious trouble where he ends up serving some jail time, and she's the only child. So she ends up moving schools because of what Peyton did, and she's pretty much spending this entire book is kind of like her trying to find her voice and tell her parents, like, hey, I know what Peyton did was wrong, but I'm not him, and I'm not gonna make the same mistakes. I definitely think this has a good message behind it that you can carry throughout life. It's just Sarah Dessen. Like, she writes badass books. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, this book, of course I'm gonna recommend it because it's fucking Sarah Dessen and I love her. Something that I do find myself a little bit surprised is there was not a lot of buzz about this book. Maybe there was and I was just hiding under a rock, but usually when Sarah Dessen has a book coming out, it's, I literally will know like 3 or 4 months before, and I will be counting down the days till it comes out. I didn't even know about this book until I walked into Barnes & Nobles and was like, there's new books in Sarah Dessen's area. Okay, I'll pick these up. And so I got another one, which is The Moon and More, which I have not read that yet. I know I should get on it because fall's coming up and I'm starting to get into like the scary mode. Halloween's my favorite holiday. But definitely a must read. I definitely recommend it, not only because I'm madly in love with Sarah Dessen, but because it is a good book and it's worth it. The next book that I'm going to recommend is Tumble and Fall. Tumble and Fall is, I've had this book for 2 years, and I should probably take off that tag. But so I've had this book for 2 years. I've been stalling with it because the only reason why I actually picked up the book is because it had a really pretty cover, and I really love the cover. I'm still trying to decide which character this is supposed to be because it doesn't really describe, you know, like none of the characters fit the description, but definitely a good book. Definitely. I thought it was going to be like one of those lame books where it's like, oh, it's predictable, everybody's gonna live a happily ever after, or oh, the meteor, like, you know, actually the meteor that's coming to hit the earth is actually, you know, it got steered another way. But there was no happy ending, and as morbid as that sounds, I am not a fan of perfect fairy tale endings. I know, I've always been weird like that, but this is definitely one of those books where it does look kind of cutesy, and you pick it up and you're like thinking, oh, you know, a little fluff, but definitely regret that I took 2 years to pick this book up. So definitely think that people should check this one out. So it is what it is. So the next book that I literally just finished an hour ago is Night Film. So I have heard a lot about this book, and that is because my friends are major nerds, and they are kind of like me. We kind of just walk in the bookstore, and whatever cover that we think is pretty and the inside flap is good, then we read it. The Night Film is definitely a page turner, but it usually takes me a day or two to read a book, or a couple of hours depending on the time restraints or what I have. This book actually kind of took me 4 or 5 days simply because I was a little bored at some point with the books. With the parts. I don't know. It's predictable. Like, there were some predictable parts to it. There were a lot of plot holes. Some things were just not explained, especially towards the end when, you know, the truth comes out and you're kind of like, okay, well, it explains, but it doesn't explain. Like, it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. I did pick up this book because of the pretty art cover. I mean, look at it. It shimmers. I'm a girl. I'm a girly girl. I like shimmery stuff, so whatever. Definitely picked this book up because it was a little shimmery. Yeah, I mean, I would recommend this book because it is good. Like, it does have like some really good intense parts, but I mean, I wouldn't go all crazy with it. But definitely a must read. Like, definitely a good road trip book because I did read this on a road trip. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for today. If you like what you read, then comment down below and let me know what you think. If not, that's cool, whatever. You can visit me on www.thefinerthingsliterary.com, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. So yeah, until next time, see ya, bye.